Today's practice is going to be more of a restorative practice dedicated to a style called Yin Yoga, Y-I-N. Yin Yoga is a style of yoga where we hold postures for about 3 to 5 minutes. In doing so, we can really release any toxins in an area, getting to a layer of connective tissue and finding some release in that space. As you hold a posture, the spaces can start to stretch and decrease their connection to each other, and you get into those deeper layers of connective tissue. When you do that, you can allow fresh blood to move into those spaces, so it has a lot of healing properties to it. Yin Yoga can also really complement a really rigorous practice where we might be using a lot more muscle activation, muscle energy. This is more about releasing, letting go. And through releasing and letting go, can we allow that restoration and rejuvenation to happen? Specifically, our practice today is going to really be focusing on releasing tension in the hips. The hips are a space where we store a lot of emotional energy. And when it gets stuck in there, our energy is just not flowing in the way that it needs to be able to support ourselves to our optimal level. Sometimes this can be a little challenging because when we release those emotions, we might feel some strong sensations. Taking time in your practice to really honor and try to let go. I'd recommend taking a moment to pause the video and grabbing a couple items. I just have some really everyday pillows here that I have, so you can kind of see that you can use anything. And then I do have a meditation cushion that I have, but not necessary. It's just a little bit more firm of a pillow. And these are a little more malleable or soft. So we're going to begin in Supta Baddha Konasana today. Bringing the bottoms of our feet to touch. Allowing our backs to come on the mat. And there'll be a space between your thighs and the floor. And I want you to place your pillows underneath that space so you can find support. In a yin practice, the goal is to find support so we can release tension. If we're spending energy holding our legs up, we can't fully let go. So I want you to take a moment to just close your eyes. Letting the knees come wide. Letting the hips open. And just noticing any sensations in this physical space. Notice the physical layer, then beginning to explore the heart layer and the mind layer. Noticing the support from the pillows, noticing the support from the earth. And then just beginning to draw your awareness, draw your intention to your breath. Noticing the flow of your breath in and out. The rise and fall of the chest. The rise and fall of the belly. And allowing your attention to lengthen the exhale, exaggerate the exhale. When you find your most release, seeing if you can release just a little more, letting go just a little bit more. Really breathing into this space, really exaggerating the exhale and letting those knees fall away. Releasing all aspects of expectation and really connecting to the limb of yoga called dharana, or concentration. Letting that concentration be driven into the breath, focusing on release, focusing on letting go. We know these things and our layers are part of us, but releasing anything that's not serving you in this moment. Maybe letting go of anything extra that you're storing in this space. And encouraging it to simmer with your breath. Relaxing the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Noticing the shoulders connected to the earth. Noticing the spine along on the earth. And noticing as the knees relax, the front sides of the hips can release and let go. Just spending these moments connected to the space of your body, this space and your breath, letting go and inviting an opening to the gate of change. Finding your final minute in this release, your final connection to this space. Deepening your breath. Deepening your release. And your last 3 breaths. And at the bottom of your last breath, draw the knees together, remove the pillows, and place them on the right side of your body. Let the knees fall over towards the left, and then bring one of the pillows underneath your right shoulder as you straighten through the right arm. Bringing your gaze over towards the right, but just let that shoulder really release and really bring that other pillow closer to the body so it's supported and you're not holding here. Letting the knees settle onto one another. And imagine with this exhale, increasing, letting go of anything from that right shoulder all the way down to the right hip. Feeling your breath just organically deepen. Connecting to the release, letting the earth below support your body, surrendering the legs to the earth, surrendering the shoulders to the earth, relaxing the muscles in the face. Connecting body and breath into this release. And as you hold in this space, if you want to release the shoulder from the pillow and you feel like you can really relax onto the earth when you do so, feel free to release the pillow. Letting the head settle onto the earth. Letting the feet be easy. And just letting that belly rise and fall, expand and deflate. Continuing to explore this release. Letting go. With each exhale, releasing just a little bit more. Surrender to the support. Surrender to the ease. Your final minute here, just breathing into this space. Find your last 3 breaths, in through the nose, out through the nose. And then slowly start to bring your gaze up toward the sky. Draw the pillow out from underneath your back. Bring the knees back to your center and just pause here for a moment. Observing any sensations, noticing anything. And the right side of the body. Then placing the pillow on that left side of the body. Reaching the arms out wide. Again, that pillow can be underneath that left shoulder. Or you can place a pillow over towards the right and let the knees fall onto it as you draw a pillow close to that side body, that left side. So if the body starts to roll over towards the left, that pillow is supporting it. Letting the arms rest by your side, feeling the support of the earth. And then letting those knees relax towards the earth. Allowing the opening to happen from the left shoulder all the way down the left hip. And just letting your body connect to this physical space, using your dharana, your concentration, connecting to ease, connecting to stillness, connecting to letting go. We often resist the support that we need. Take time to explore here, allowing the support to be with you. In and out with your breath. Settling into the space. Letting go, deepening that exhale, deepening the release. Maybe allowing the eyelids to close, to draw the senses inward, releasing the distraction of the external world and just turning inward. Pratyahara is the practice of turning inward. Finding your final minute here, releasing the left side body. And exploring your final 3 breaths. In through the nose and out through the nose. Guiding your gaze back towards the sky. Drawing the pillows out towards the side. And just taking a moment to pause again here in this sensation, this stillness, noticing anything. With the left leg up towards the sky and the right. Reach for the outside edges of the feet. For our Ananda Balasana, happy baby pose. Finding a nice connection of the hands and feet, but one that holds ease where you can release a little bit. Not gripping too tight, but you're releasing and relaxing. Trying to draw the heels over the knees. Relaxing the head and neck onto the earth. Releasing the spine to the earth. Relaxing the shoulders onto the earth. And just letting that breath really deepen. Releasing anything in the hips. Maybe allowing the eyelids to close. And just Connecting to this release of this in the space. Letting go. Surrendering the body to the earth. Letting the belly just move easily with the breath. Guiding this release. Deepening the breath. Finding your final minute here. Exploring this release. And your final 3 breaths. Drawing the heels together, then letting the feet rest onto the earth, maybe bringing both hands to the belly. Taking a pause in this space. Noticing any sensations. Rolling onto your side, making your way to an all fours position. Step your right foot forward and grab your pillows and place them in the inside of that right foot. Bend the elbows, place the elbows onto the pillows. So you're not holding in the upper traps. I want you to try to release and just relax onto the pillows. And then release the inside of the right foot. I like to stretch my back leg behind me, nice and straight, and coming to the outside edge of that right foot. If it feels comfortable to you, you can just rest your chest on the pillows, or maybe bring them a little bit more forward, stacking the forearms and resting them on top of the head. I kind of like it a little bit better with my chest, maybe bringing my chin. And then I'll try to relax in the arms. And just really breathe into this tension on the outside of that right hip. Relaxing the shoulders, the hands. letting the weight of the body come towards the earth as you release in the outside of this hip. Really taking your exhale, taking your breath to this space, releasing any tension, any holding. Letting go, giving permission for the release, but focusing your attention on easing any holding. Scanning the body, toes, forehead, arms, hip, and allow that release to let go and happen. Finding your final minute here. Deepening the breath, deepening the release. Final 3 breaths. Pushing your hands into the earth. Sending your right leg back for just a moment. And then drawing that right knee to the earth. Scooting the pillows just a little bit right. Stepping the left foot forward. Straightening through that back leg and then coming to the outside edge of that left foot, maybe staying onto the forearms here. And if you're doing that, just try to really release and connect to ease in the shoulders, or maybe guiding your chest onto the pillows. Wherever you're exploring, just try to find release in that support. Deepening your breath, releasing the outer hip, letting go. Focusing on the exhale. Relax the muscles in the face. Release the hip. And connect to that exhale. Finding your final minute of release here. And your final 3 breaths, finding your depth. Push your hands into the earth, straightening that left leg just for a moment. And then bringing that left knee underneath the right. Coming to a seated position, Dandasana, staff pose. Stack your pillows on your thighs or your shins, or maybe a little combination of the two. So the goal is to let the chest or the forehead rest onto the thighs. On an inhale, lengthen through the spine. And then on an exhale, just lengthen the spine forward, relaxing the forehead onto the pillows. Let the arms rest by your side, shoulders releasing to the earth. And let the forehead just be supported by the pillows. Maybe finding that support more on the chest, depending on the mobility of your hips here. And just really surrendering into this space, honoring that exhale, releasing in the back sides of the legs, the hamstrings, to let go of the hips, to let go of the spine, and just exaggerate and deepen that exhale. Letting the forehead release, or the chest release. Finding a deep connection to the release in this space. Really letting go. Surrendering. Trying to leave behind anything that's not serving you in this space. Opening the gate to change. Finding your final minute in this space. Honoring your greatest release. And your final 3 breaths. Slowly walking the hands back, just pausing here in your Dandasana, your staff pose, noticing any sensations. Bending both knees. Slowly lower your body onto your mat. Hugging the knees into the chest. Find the shoulders together on the back, supported by the earth below. And just let those knees settle towards the chest. Relax the toes and the feet. And use just a little bit of gravity to draw those knees closer. Deepening your breath. Finding release in the hips. Ease in your fingertips. Ease in your shoulders. Maybe beginning to let the eyelids close. Allow the spine to rest onto the earth. And allow the hips to release. Notice the balance of ease and tension and try to really settle into that ease. Letting go of the effort. Let your breath guide the release. Find your final minute here. And your final 3 breaths. Slowly begin to let the feet fall to the earth. Place one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. Just notice the natural rhythms of your breath, your heart. Notice the connection of your body and the earth. Maybe a little bit of a natural curve in the low back. Notice your feet connected to the earth. Your upper back, your shoulders, your thoracic spine. And when you're ready, just beginning to straighten through the legs. Finding your final posture of stillness, letting go. Shavasana or corpse pose. Allowing the eyelids to be closed. the rise and fall of the belly and the chest, the support of the earth below. Honoring the surrender, letting go. Finding any place of tension in the physical body and exploring this final effort of release. Focusing your efforts on this surrender. Focusing on your breath. And settling into the support. Connecting to the stillness. Connecting to the release. And as you're ready, taking a moment to roll onto your side. Honoring any sensations in this transition. Pushing your hands into the earth, coming back to a seated position. Allow your hands to join together in front of your heart center. Honoring any sensations in this space and allowing this energy to flow at any space that you need to carry you through your day. Taking whatever you need from your practice. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavitamastu Ma Vidvidvashavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Accept us both together, protect us both together. May our knowledge and strength increase, for we do not resent one another. Honoring the efforts of our practice, the efforts of one another. The light in me honors the light in you. This is the meaning of the word. Namaste.